today is the very first big snowstorm in New Brunswick, and I'm loving it. It's very fun to walk to the gym in this condition. It doesn't look that bad on video, but man, the wind is so strong that the snow hits you in the face, and then it kind of hurts every single time it hits you in the face because the snow is so strong. But it's kind of nice. I need a face cover or something for the next big snowstorm. One of the big reasons I love walking into the snow is the harsh conditions, because it's challenging, you know. You gotta get from point A to point B, and it's difficult, but it's not super difficult, you know. It's just like 3 out of 10 kind of thing, but it depends on your perspective, you know. Because when I was younger, I used to walk back and forth from my home to work at McDonald's when I was like 15 years old. It was an hour and a half walk, and I used to walk that like a lot throughout the week, and I used to walk in much harsher conditions than this. I remember one time I was only wearing jeans because I was young and stupid, and I didn't have any clothes, any warm clothes really, so I had to do what I had. Yeah, I had jeans and a small coat, and it was like minus 30 or minus 35, something like that. Way harsher conditions than this, way colder. I remember my jeans were so cold, so tight on my legs. It was insane how cold I was. I got home, removed my clothing in my room, and my legs were red, super red, and they started to hitch. It started to be itchy, really, really itchy. I had to scratch. I had to scratch my legs a lot. I was so itchy. I think I was on the verge of hypothermia. But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is nothing. This is light work. So it's fun to me. It's a fun, empowering feeling to know you can do something difficult. Because when you start, it's like, oh man, it's hard, it's difficult. But then you finish, and you're like, wasn't that bad. But man, I'm telling you, the snow hits me in the face right now. It kind of hurts. It's so strong. But the snow is so dry. Woo! Let's go. Let's have a workout. I truly feel like anybody who's trying to build a wide V-tape back needs to be better at pull-ups. Pull-ups are by far the best exercise to get a wide looking back, that and deadlifts. But if you cannot do pull-ups, just try to start with one maybe, or do an assisted pull-up with a rubber band, or even that machine you can put up right there, the machine I'm doing pull-ups in. You can have like the machine help you out by removing some of your own body weight. So, you know, learning a pull-up or doing a few pull-ups there's no excuses. You just gotta practice them every single week, very consistently, and your body will get used to it. It will get stronger. Just always try to do them, and always try to do them with high quality, all the way down, fully extending your elbow, and all the way up, chin over the bar. My goal right now these days is to build up to sets of 15, because I want to do like one set of 20 reps. That would be like a PR, like quality reps, you know what I mean, like all the way up and down. Anyways, like after this I did some rows, cheat rows. I call them cheat rows because I do use a lot of momentum, and I use basically more momentum than I use my muscles. The reason I like to do them from the ground, a lot of people like to do it from the rag, which is fine, but I feel like for me it transfers over much better for deadlifts. It's the same starting position, kind of. Here, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just breathing in and out very fast to get myself an adrenaline rush. I think it's important to understand how to get your adrenaline high before doing a set, a heavy set especially, or the hardest set of your session, to make the best out of that set and get the most out of it. So these are cheat rows. I'm basically just doing them to help me do deadlifts a little bit better in the future. And then I really slowed it down on this set to focus on the muscle contractions and not using momentum. But yeah, learning how to relax after your sets, very important. You need to let your heartbeat go down to conserve energy, to conserve your adrenaline. And then before these hard sets, you need to bump up your adrenaline here and there. And everybody's got different ways to do it. But for me, breathe in and out fast, get fucking crazy. People are gonna look at me, they're gonna be like, what the hell is that guy doing? And I love it. I freaking love it, because you need to zone out everybody around you. It doesn't matter what they do, it doesn't matter what they think. At the end of the day, you gotta focus on yourself in the gym. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. If you're always focusing on others, you're never gonna focus on yourself. And don't get me wrong, I love helping others, I love uplifting others, and I love spotting people if they need help. But at the end of the day, you need to focus on yourself in the gym.
One thing I tend to not think about a whole lot is the tempo. You gotta go slow and controlled and get that time under tension. Super important for building muscle, and sometimes I just want to meathead my way through the workout. Just go slow tempo, high reps, and that gets the blood flowing.
That's another thing I'll be very focused on this year, is when I'm not doing any compound lifts, when I'm doing isolation movements like this, is just to let the muscles do the work, go slow on the way up and down, and just do more volume in general. But getting a lot of time under tension is very important to build muscle. And I realized that I was doing my sets a little bit too fast sometimes. So slowing it down and getting the blood flow is really good to burn a lot more muscle fibers, and getting a big range of motion as well, extremely important. Sometimes I noticed I would cut my reps short, so really focusing this year on being a better bodybuilder and less of a meathead when it comes to my workouts, less of just slamming the weights just to say I did that, you know what I mean? Some people just say like, oh, I did 3 sets of 12 reps with a certain amount of weight. Yeah, but how did you do it? That's even more important than how much you did sometimes. Because if you did it all wrong and fast and you jerk the weight around using more momentum than your muscles, it's probably not going to transfer over to building muscle. So very important. Sometimes I do want to meathead my way through the workout, but hey, gotta slow it down sometimes, man. Just gotta slow it down. Just like these bicep curls here, I really focus on slowing it down, getting the blood flow to the biceps, and yeah, that's it. I hope you took something from this, maybe, or not. It's up to you. Some people already know everything I told in this video, but I always try to remind myself as well in these videos to train smarter and harder, not just harder. Because if you always try to just train harder, but you don't think about it too much, it's difficult to progress. So you need to think a little bit about, how can I progress today, and why am I doing this today? What's the real reason I'm doing this? Is it just for fun? Is it to burn energy? Is it to build muscle, to build strength? You know, everybody's got different goals, but you got to have a good reason to get in the gym and have a little bit of a plan, and man, everything just flies after that. You just like I'm so focused personally. I zone out, I black out every single set. I don't even hear anything, I don't see anything. I'm just loving every single set. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It keeps me busy and gets me in good shape. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hey, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, comment down below, and comment if you agree or disagree, or comment what your technique is to maybe get yourself nice and high on adrenaline. Some people got different techniques. I learned this technique from a powerlifter in the gym a few years ago, to breathe in and out very fast to get an adrenaline rush, and that works for me. But if you got a different technique that works for you, I'm down to learn it, and always down to learn. You got to be a student of the game, always down to learn, always down to get better. By the way, my back is looking thick, and that's just the beginning of this year. Imagine in 8 months from now, because I'm slowly increasing my calories lately, and we're getting bigger than ever.